Long before Apple was the world's most valuable company, and long before Kodak filed for bankruptcy, innovator and tech executive Don Strickland saw the writing on the wall. A former Kodak senior executive, he developed the world's first consumer digital camera, but was unable to convince the company's board of directors to launch it.
I read this quote from Will Durant that no country, no great civilization gets destroyed until it destroys itself first from within. That's what happened at Kodak. Fuji didn't destroy Kodak and digital didn't destroy Kodak. Kodak destroyed itself. There were no shared values, people didn't trust each other, and there was zero teamwork. What happened is this. Well, they formed 17 business units, and not a one succeeded. So obviously something very systemic is going on at Kodak.
He left Kodak and joined Apple as VP of Imaging and Publishing. At Apple, Don launched the digital camera and led the company's publishing strategy from traditional print media to new media, including the internet, music, and video.
Steve Jobs came in, the story's famous, I don't need to go through it, but he blew up everything except for what it took to make Apple be a consumer electronics company. And what happened with Apple is this. Everything that Apple did turned out to be a gold mine. Apple's innovation is kind of like picking up this canvas and you say, here's what the world looks like today, but that's where it's going to be going a couple years from now. And let's be part of that new horizon.
After a successful tenure at Apple, Don formed Pictureworks, one of the first companies to adopt the Web 2.0 business model and cloud computing.
30% of the time it takes to produce a new product is tied up in management wait states. It's people waiting for a decision. And the way it happens is engineering is going along, there's something that goes wrong, they need to change a feature. Well, we've got to call a meeting. That takes a week to get a meeting. At the meeting, somebody says we need to get marketing to approve, and blah, blah, blah.
Strickland grew the company from 5 employees to 1,200 and took it public, capturing a market value of $1.6 billion before it sold.
When you think about Uber, they're getting all kinds of drivers and passengers coming on their platform, and that's producing their revenue growth. Airbnb is the same thing. But if you go to Uber and you go to Airbnb, it is moving slow. So what they've done is they built a business model where the company is moving at the pace of any other company in the world, but they have an externality, things not inside the company that are able to move fast. There is no such thing now as corporate culture. Just forget about it. People waste their time saying we're going to build a corporate culture or whatever it is. A company has as many cultures as people in the company. And that's the fact of the matter. And successful companies come up with ways to build the values and trust and teamwork to where these balloons don't just all disperse to the winds.
It's a human vision, legacy we want to leave behind us.